Through an endless diamond sky, a whole new world. Jesus. Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really gorgeous plan with me that almost wasn't. This week I am planning for the week of May 20th to May 26th, which has a lot of things going on in it because I start my summer break, had all my finals in one day, did a lot of studying. The movie Aladdin came out, the live action, so there was a lot going on this week. And I get to market with this gorgeous, stunning Beautimus kit from ScribblePrintsCo called Whole New World, which is this like beautiful custom Aladdin art, and I'm just like super obsessed with it. And I almost did not use it because I have this weird thing about the flow of my kits when I flip through my planner, and I was afraid that the colors were kind of similar to the Girls Night Out kit that I used like 2 weeks ago for what's it called, for my birthday week. But the colors are kind of similar, but I feel like the whole kit is a different look with the foil and just like the different tones of the colors. So I texted Andrea and I was like, I might not use this, and she was like, blah blah blah, why? And I'm like, and the colors are kind of similar, and she's like, no, it'll be different, use it. Like, because there would have been no other time for me to use this kit, and I was definitely gonna go see the movie this week, the week that it came out. So I was like, I have to use it. And I'm so glad I did because it came out so beautiful. So yeah, I went with gold foil for this kit because why not? It made everything look a little extra fancy. All of the overlays for the full boxes, the washi, and the glitter headers are from ScribblePrintsCo. I went with the twinkly star ones for this week. I thought it would match everything and make it look all pretty. If you guys are curious about my planning style slash how I put down all my stickers in this wacky pattern that I do, everything will be described and listed down below so I don't spend 55 hours of this video talking about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, finish putting down the base of the week, and I'll be right back to do the sidebar. Okay, I lied. There was just way too much quiet, and I was like, let me talk about the movie because I did go to see Aladdin this week, which is why I'm using the kit this week. And yeah, I was a little apprehensive when I went to go see it, but obviously I was super excited because you guys know me, love Disney princesses, and I'm hyped when they do things like, what is it called? When they make it IRL, live action. I'm like IRL, when they make them live action. But I was a bit apprehensive because people that went to go see it had early access to it, were already reviewing it, and they said they didn't like the movie very much. Like, there was just a lot of negative press around like the quality and like Will Smith and all of that. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to enjoy myself. But I was already looking for, like, I was ready to look for the negative in the movie, but I think maybe 30 minutes in, I looked at Carla and I was like, wait, this movie's actually like pretty good. Like, I looked at her super confused. That's how like bad the reviews I had heard before seeing the movie were, that I was just like, I felt compelled to be like, wait, what? Because she had also heard the same reviews and we were just kind of happy to go see the movie. But it was surprisingly really good, to the point where it is my favorite live action movie that Disney has ever done, over Beauty and the Beast, over Cinderella, where Beauty and the Beast usually is like one of my top three favorite. I mean, there's only 3 live action princess movies, but like Aladdin, like, whoo, out of the water. It was so good. So if you guys want to go see it but aren't because of the negative reviews, I say go see it because it actually was done really well and it was beautifully done. I liked the singing. I enjoyed myself the whole time. I didn't feel myself getting bored at all. So I don't know, go see it. I don't know why it's getting as bad a review as it is. I'm really looking forward to Andrea going to see it because her, I don't know, her taste in movies. I like hearing her reviews on movies. We have different tastes, but I can normally be like, oh, I like this movie, but I don't think Andrea will. And I'm like, I don't know what Andrea wouldn't like about the movie, which is saying a lot if you guys know us, which is saying a lot. So I'm excited to see what she thinks, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it is one of my favorite like live action princess movies they've done. It's amazing. Also, the guy playing Aladdin was real cute. Like, I'm so glad he was a titular character because that meant he was on screen so much in such a big frame, and oh, He was so handsome to look at, but okay, yeah. So go see the movie, highly recommend it. Anyway, moving on to the sidebar. So I put Aladdin at the sidebar. Yep, that's where we're at. To cover up the thankful thought, and then I went ahead and put down 2 of the habit trackers to track my habit of vitamins and my nighttime routine, which is why the second habit gets a little mini heart checklist, mini ombre heart checklist from the kit to write down the specifics of what is in the nighttime habit. Then after that, I put down one of the patterned squared off half boxes, and then later I put in a munchkin just surrounded in paperwork and textbooks and stuff, and I wrote that it was finals week whoa, lost my train of thought there, that it was finals week this week. I had my 3 out of 4 of my finals. I had the one the week prior, but it wasn't even one worth studying or hard at all, so I don't even count it. Then after that, I put down a thick piece of washi and a thick piece of pattern washi and a to-do header, followed by a ombre heart checklist and this other piece of pattern washi just to jazz up that bottom little space a little bit. And then I went ahead and filled everything out. All the pens, tools, and stickers I use will be listed down below, so if for some reason I don't mention it, it will be linked down below. But if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer it. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and fill out the sidebar and get ready to do day by day. So on Monday, as always, the first thing that I did was publish my plan with me. So I used a Mandy Dreams glitter. Oh shoot, no I didn't. I used a gold foiled icon. I think I wanted to use as many foiled icons as I could for this week because it looked so pretty. These colors just popped with the gold, so I wanted to use a lot of them. So I used the Film Slate gold icon from ScribblePrintsCo. All of the foil that I use this week is from ScribblePrintsCo. I don't think I use a drop of foil from any other shop. But yeah, so then on Monday I had no class, so I spent some time planning. I think I had to finish the week prior, had to do the voiceover for that plan with me, and then start putting down the base for this week. So I did that, and I used a fancy label and a munchkin planning to do that. Dang, that was really fast. Then after that, I went to go get Ralph's. Well, actually, all day was basically a study day, and then everything at the top of the day is things I did throughout the day. So I went to go get Ralph's, which is Italian ices, with my mom, and then we went to go pick up cough medicine because I was starting to feel better, but I was super congested and had the worst cough, and I kept waking up in the middle of the night from it. I think I mentioned that last week. So yeah, and then I basically was just studying all day, and I turned the half box on its side and used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji sleeping on the desk to mark that I was studying for anatomy and physiology. I kind of don't love the way that that turned out, but I left it in anyway because I didn't know how to make it better. I could have turned it on its side and did the washi like I did, but I'm like, why did that look better on last Saturday than it did on this Monday? I don't know, but I really liked it last week, so I wanted to do it this week again. But anyway, moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was also another study day, but I woke up still feeling really sick, so I marked that at the top with a tissue box from Once More with Love. And then what did I do? Then I think before I went to go get breakfast, I washed my bed sheets. I figured I was studying. This would keep me off my bed and at my desk. That did not work, but I did end up washing my bed sheets, so that happened. Then it was a full-on study day, so I used a pattern squared off half box and this Toffee Bananas Girl to mark the whole study day. Then just intermittently throughout the day, I replied to YouTube comments. I had a paper and milk order delivered, which is so fun to get some new sticker. I was gonna say stickies, but who calls them stickies? I love new stickies. And then I had this really funny sticker from Once More with Love of a munchkin poking another munchkin in the cheek because I was really, really distractible on this day. I my attention span was just like non-existent, so I thought it was really funny to fill in that little space with this cute little munchkin, and I wrote distracted AF because I really was. Monday was a better study day, and I was just like coughing the whole time. But for some reason on Tuesday, I was like, I know all this stuff. I didn't know all of this stuff. I didn't know that's how babies were made. I mean, like, if you take A&P, you know what I mean. I don't mean how babies are made. I mean, like, how the meiosis and mitosis, still can't tell you which one. But I was just like, this is wild. So I need to know all that. And then at night when I was like, that's it, I'm done studying, I noticed there was a new season of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on, and it was the last season. I had no idea. So I binge watched like maybe 3 or 4 episodes of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend before going to sleep. Then moving on ahead of myself here, on Wednesday it was finals day. So it's technically finals week, but for me it was finals day. Still felt the need to mark that it was finals week in my planner. It didn't, like, even looking back now, I'm like, I don't know what else I could have marked, but finals week was very fitting. So the first thing that I did was do some last minute cramming. Like I said, I had 3 exams on this day from like 1 to like, I finished my last one at 7:30, around there, 7 o'clock. And I had studied for chemistry the 2 days over the last weekend, and then the anatomy and physiology these 2 days. And then I only just started studying for my lab exam on Wednesday, the morning of all my exams. So I put in last minute cramming, then I put a big squared off pattern half box and wrote finals, all of them, just to mark that huge chunk. I was gonna do fancy labels for all 3 of my tests, but I was like, what's the point? They're all finals. They're all the last test. It does take up most of my day, so I decided to go with the half box. And then in between 2 of my exams, I did have a break, so I went to go get Chipotle and just kind of hung around in a lounge area. I finished my second lab exam really quickly, and I'm like very impressed. I'm very good at memorizing really quickly, you know? So like, if I know it's a memorization of diagrams and stuff, I always save it for the morning of so I don't forget, because my short-term memory is impeccable. My long-term memory is atrocious, but I guess one of those had to be really good. So yeah, where was I going with that? Yes, I went to Chipotle. I finished that test early. Went to Chipotle for lunch, and then I had like 2.5 hours before my last exam. So I was just hanging out in a lounge area in my building, which I didn't know existed, and it was so nice because the sun was peeking through the window, and I was like about ready to fall asleep. I've mentioned before, I get really antsy when I have too much time before exams. I just want to get it done. I want to brain dump all the answers I know and then spend time working out the answers that I don't know. So that 2.5 hour break was just like wild, because I'm like, can I just take this test already? And then my chem professor was about to go reviewing things again, and I looked her dead in the eyes and I was like, can I just take this test? I either know it or I don't. I got a 90 on it and an A- in chemistry. I was super excited. Still waiting for my A&P grade. The grades are due tomorrow, and I don't think she hasn't put it up all week or all weekend, so I'm guessing she's not going to do it today, which is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. So yeah, what did I mark after that? Okay, so then when I got home, I got a bunch of Happy Mail. I got Happy Mail from Once More with Love, and then I don't remember what the other thing was. Maybe it was from Hot Topic. Oh yeah, it was Happy Mail from Hot Topic that I had to unfortunately return. It was a giant t-shirt with Tom Holland's face on it, but because it was a girl size, it did not fit like a pajama shirt. It was an extra large and it fit like a regular shirt on me. But I returned it and made some Hot Topic employees very happy because it was an online exclusive, and the girl that was returning it freaked out when she saw it. So I was like, you're welcome. Then when I got home, like literally walked all the way upstairs to my sister's room with my backpack still on. We finally booked our tickets for Disney World, and we got to do our fast passes. So that giant fancy label with this munchkin and the Mickey balloon is there for booking our fast passes. I am waiting for my Scribble Prints order to come in with the Disney bucket list sort of thing in all the different foils. So I left that blank because I really want to use that in there. Then I marked that I started my 5th tray of Invisalign, and then for the rest of the night, I decompressed and watched more of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and then that whole weird feeling set in of that, like, I'm on break, like, I'm on my summer vacation, but for some reason I feel like I need to be studying, so that's always a fun thing to try to wash off after the semester is over. So moving on to Thursday, I, of course, slept in. It was so glorious. It's different from sleeping in during the semester because you feel guilty about it, but this was no alarm clock, no guilt over sleeping in and wasting a day. I mean, I now will feel guilty for wasting a day because there's so much I can do, but after finals, I was like, I'd feel bad wasting, I won't feel bad wasting a day. It's going to be literally a lazy day, like not going to do anything. And like you wake up with no alarm clock, it's fabulous. So I slept in, and then when I woke up, I was just on my computer for a bit, and me and my sister don't really do like dining at Disney ever. Like it just never seems cost efficient for us to do their dining packages, but I did want to do some restaurants there, so I booked Liberty Tree Tavern, which Andre went to and said was amazing. I was supposed to go with her, Nick, and Bennett when we went to Disney in October, but it was cutting it close to my flight, so I didn't get to go, but it smelled amazing in there, and I was like, we have to do this all-American dinner, like, we just have to. So I booked that, and I marked that with a little cute fox and cactus Mickey girl, and I did color her hair in gold to match the kit better, because I'm crazy like that. Speaking of crazy, I ended up finishing binge watching the rest of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and is a cute ending. I hate when they cop out and don't have her pick anyone. Spoiler alert. If it's on Netflix, I can spoil because like it aired live. But I was just like, why couldn't she just pick Greg? I was team Greg, then Nathaniel, then Josh, which is funny because the whole show started because of Josh, but I'm like, Greg, Greg, Greg. And apparently that's like an unpopular opinion, but I loved Greg, especially when they brought him back as Skylar Astin because he's a cutie. But yeah, so I binge watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and then I cleaned everything in my room. I cleaned out my drawers. I cleaned out my closet. I packed stuff up to give to Goodwill, and I felt so at peace. Like, all this clutter is hidden. If you look, like, objectively at my room, it's very clean, but then, like, there's drawers and stuff, which also objectively are very clean and organized, but I was like, I know there's stuff in there that I don't need. So I was really happy to have time to clean it all out. Then I hung out with my aunt because I hadn't seen her in a minute, and I think when she had a free weekend, I didn't. Like, I ended up going to Vegas and Phoenix, so I hung out with my aunt and my cousins for the night. My sister also came, so yeah, I used a cute little pair of munchkins just hugging each other, and then when I got home, I filmed this plan with me because I hadn't been filling in any of the days because I was, you know, studying and then being lazy. So yeah, then on a Friday, I finally got to leave the house, which was really nice. I mean, I got to leave the house for finals, but I got to leave the house to do some fun things. I hadn't seen Carla in a while, but we don't really see each other when we have school. I think I mentioned before, she's a nursing major, and school is hard for us. Like, we need to study. We get good grades, but we need to study, otherwise it's not going to happen for us. So we went to go get lunch. It was really delicious. We split a hero and this big pear salad, which was so random, but it was so good. I got a large cappuccino. There's something about cappuccinos in really big, kind of like Central Perk Friends mugs that I'm just like, everything tastes so much better in you. So got to do that. We chit-chatted about a few things, and then we were hanging out because we were going to go to the movie, but we made the movie time kind of late. Like, it was around 4 o'clock, but we went to go get lunch around 12. So we just frolicked through the mall, and then we went to Barnes & Noble, and I bought a new book. It was actually funny. I took a BuzzFeed quiz, and it was like, this book, like blah, based on blah, 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 this is the book you should read. And I was like, oh, that's silly. And then I read the synopsis of the book, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's actually kind of interesting. And then the book just happened to release the 2 days before. 2 days before? Yeah, 2 days before I ended up going to Barnes & Noble. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. It's called, what is it called? Star-Crossed by something dark, and dark spelled D-A-R-K-E. But basically, it's about these, like, childhood sweethearts who like end up meeting later in their life, and the guy is really into horoscopes and kind of like lets it control his life a little bit, and then so the girl wants to like get with him, and she runs a newspaper that posts the horoscope, so she starts messing with the horoscope, and I'm like, that sounds like totally up my alley, and I can't wait to read it. So I got that book. Then we ended up going to see Aladdin. Like I said before, it was amazing. I was thoroughly shocked. I don't know if it was because the expectations were so low or something like that, but it was amazing and really good. I used a movie marquee for this, and I actually got rid of the glitter header because there was no way for me to use to put in everything that I wanted to, plus these big stickers. So I was like, oh wait, I can just get rid of the glitter header. And then I put a foiled script of Aladdin. I didn't think I'd ever get to use these stickers, but it worked out. A gold foiled Aladdin script in my handwriting from ScribblePrintsCo. Then when I got home, I finally sat down to work on mood boards for Andrea, and I was going to do a few of them, but of course, sometimes my ADD kicks in and I get hyper-focused. So I did most of them on this day. So I used a half box to mark that big chunk of time. And then while I was working on that, and even in the morning, I just binge watched a ton of TV shows. So I marked that at the end of the day with this fancy label and a Coffee Monsters Co. watching TV sticker. So yes, moving on to Saturday, I spent the whole day with my mom in Brooklyn. At first we went to IKEA because I wanted to get shelves to put above one of my cork boards next to my TV. It was a big empty space, and it didn't bother me, but I knew I could utilize that space, and I have a ton of knickknacks and stuff that were all up on my bookshelf, on top of it, and I was like, I know I can make this look a lot better. So I went to go get bookshelves. They didn't have a size that I liked. We got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of their square corner wall bookshelves, but my dad was like, that's not gonna work out. So we didn't get to put those up, but we did end up going to Home Depot, and we found 2 perfect shelves, and I'm staring at it right now, and it makes me so happy. One is Harry Potter themed with my replica textbooks, my Funko Pops, my little potions, and then the one above it has my Disney World photo albums and my Barbie that is a dentist, which I was not going to take out of its packaging, and it was kind of just sitting there. But I'm like, what is the point if it's just going to sit there? And this semester was my last of pre-clinicals, so I sort of put that up there because to manifest me into the dental hygiene program, and then just to have it up there as a nice little reminder for when I'm in the dental hygiene program of what I'm doing, and I'm finally working towards something in a future that I want and will be good for me. I don't know how to phrase that, but it's really sappy if I try to phrase it another way so you guys get what I mean. But anyway, so after IKEA, we just frolicked around in Brooklyn going here and there. So I don't like that I marked frolic right next to each other on 2 of the days, but what are you going to do? I frolic a lot. Then after that, we went to go get breakfast/lunch. It was breakfast for me. I hadn't eaten up until that point, but it was technically lunchtime at this cafe. It wasn't that great, but their cappuccinos, again, in this big cup, and it's called cappuccino Viennese, and they put a lot of whipped cream on it, which I like smashing into the hot coffee, and then it melts and makes it frothy and creamy and delicious. So good. I think I'm gonna make a cup of coffee for myself after I finish this voiceover. So yeah, that was really good. Then after that, the most exciting part of this day was we got to order a birthday cake for my sister. I always get the birthday cakes because I have a ton of interests like Marvel, Disney, Harry Potter, and it's really easy to kind of make a cake for that. Plus, I'm really easy to impress. So my sister was kind of jealous, and she was like, I never get a cake for my birthday. And we're like, well, we can get you a cake. And I got to design the cake for her. I'm not going to say what it is, but I took her very little interests and tried to make it a sophisticated cake. Not sophisticated, but something nice. I took a childish interest and made it look like a nice cake, which is what other people fail to do for my cakes. But like I said, easy to please, so I don't mind the childish. So yeah, we ordered her cake. I'm super excited to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be really good. Then when I got home, I got Amazon delivery in the mail. I ordered a bunch of new, a box of whiteout because I was running out. And then I bought a stand so that my Barbie could stand up on the shelf. Then when I got home, Yeah, the Amazon was delivered. I just said that. When I finally like sat down and whatever, I finished up mood boards for Andrea and just had like a movie marathon. I think I watched like Zombieland, Employee of the Month, and The Ugly Truth. Just random movies I've seen before that I just randomly was like, Netflix, you got this? Okay, I'll watch it. And then I put at the end of the day that I read and I had every intention to, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do it. I was like, I'll leave it in just in case I like read on Sunday. I also didn't do that. So I think I'm going to go back and put like a nope or an LOL over it, but it just fits in so nicely and looks so pretty that I might just leave it. Maybe I've talked about it so much that I'll just remember that I didn't actually read on this day. But yeah, last but not least, moving on to Sunday. Sunday was another very productive day. In the morning, I ordered a new set of contacts for the year because I really needed those. I wanted to order a new pair of glasses, but they need my prescription for it, and apparently mine is outdated, so I can't do that. So now I have to go to the doctor just to get a new pair of glasses. It's just all a mess. I just want a new pair of glasses. But anyway, ordered the contacts. Then I went to Home Depot with my parents to get a bunch of random crap. Oh my God, Home Depot is like the one place I never have any fun shopping. But I did find 2 perfect shelves, so I can't be totally mad at Home Depot. And now they are up in my room and so beautiful. I wish I could like, maybe I'll insert a picture. I definitely will. I'm gonna forget. But I posted it on my Instagram. I'll probably post more eventually, but it's so friggin' pretty. Then after that, I went to Hot Topic to return a bunch of the stuff that I ordered because it didn't fit. And then the other stuff I ordered with it was just so I can cover the shipping costs because your girl was not going to pay for shipping. And then on my way out of the mall, I stopped by Gloria Jean's to get coffee. It was a macadamia caramel coconut latte. Sounds like it would cause the worst cavities of life, but it actually was not that sweet and it was so delicious. I want coffee. I really just want more coffee. I had a cup of coffee. I want more coffee. I'm definitely going to make myself a cup of coffee after this. But it was so good that I wish I could teleport myself another one right now. Then after the mall, me and my parents went to go get lunch together. So we were going to go to like this seafood place, but then we ended up deciding we wanted sushi. Best sushi I've had in like a minute. Sorry, there was like a screeching steam pipe somewhere and it was really throwing me off. I was like, who's screaming? Who's walking into my room right now? But yeah, we went to go get sushi. It was delicious. I didn't know spicy shrimp roll was a thing, but it was, ooh, love it so much. Spicy shrimp pan roll and what is it? Philadelphia roll are my base. Used to be California roll, but now it's the cream cheese in the Philadelphia and the spicy shrimp in the spicy shrimp roll. So good. And I got to use these really cute chopstick stickers from Paper and Milk. I knew I was going to love them, but I didn't know I was going to love them this much. Then when we got home, my dad put up the shelves for me, so I marked that, and then I decorated the shelves, and then I had to redecorate my bookshelf because a lot of the stuff that went up on the shelves came from my bookshelf. Some of it was on the top, so it wasn't a big deal, but I did have to redecorate the top a bit because there's still stuff there. And then one of the like cubicles in my bookshelf was empty, and I was like, I don't have nearly that many books. But I figured it out, I worked it out, and it looks good, and I'm happy with it. And then the last thing that I marked for Sunday was that I was jamming out to Six the Musical songs. I recently discovered this show because I get, that was like 5 words in a second, but I get recommended a lot of Broadway stuff on my YouTube channel, like my YouTube account and stuff, because I Broadway, listen to Broadway, watch Broadway interviews, subscribe to like Broadway YouTubes and everything. But I had randomly stumbled upon this earlier this week. Then I started like hearing more about it, watching more videos. And so I actually just, while I was redecorating and all of that, put on the soundtrack to the musical and listened to the whole thing. And it's amazing. And they play off West End in London. And there's actually one in Chicago. And I was like, why couldn't they bring it to New York? But actually, I am going to get to see the musical in London when I go, which is very exciting. That happened last minute because Les Mis is coming off of the West End like a week before I get there, and I'm so mad about it. But like now I get to go see Six the Musical, so I'm not that mad. But like Les Mis, like ugh. So, yeah. Wow, I beat myself this week. That sounded weird. Did not know. Okay, I'm just gonna keep talking and filling the space with words and singing. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never. You ain't never had a friend. I'm not gonna sing the high note because I know I'm not gonna hit it. My throat is really dry. Am I done now? Okay, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta-da! Here is the week in full, and isn't it glorious? And I totally forgot to do a Viv Wiggle, which, oh my god, like this kit was worthy of a Viv Wiggle. But yeah, highly recommend you guys go see Aladdin. I'm so looking forward to it being a summer vacation and all of the summery kits and spreads that are to come. This is going to be a good summer, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!